Here are the yam pad thai noodles. This recipe was brought to us by one of my students, Karen Porter. I run an online program that teaches people how to become food coaches and make a living as a food coach. If you're interested in this, please check out the link in the description below. And Karen is one of my star food coaches. And getting back to this recipe, it's absolutely awesome. We are so grateful to Karen for showing us. It is so incredibly delicious, and one of the things that makes it so is this sauce. So we start off with a 1/4 cup of cold pressed olive oil, a 1/4 cup of tamari, and the juice of half a lime. You can put in a bit of zest if you like it, but we definitely need about 2 to 3 cloves of garlic and about 1 inch of ginger that's minced, and 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. Andy's used peanut butter here. I'll often use almond butter. And then a teaspoon of chili flakes, and for a little touch of sweetness, a tablespoon of maple syrup and a pinch of salt. And then you just mix that together till you get this smooth, homogeneous sauce, and that will go on our noodles just as we finish them. The noodle piece is simple by taking a yam, and we're going to use our zoodle maker to make the noodles from it. So I like to take off the little ends, often they look a bit daggy. And then Andy's peeling his sweet potato, but I never peel mine. If there are any icky bits, I take them off, give them a good wash. But I find, as we know, a lot of the nutrients in the peels, and it doesn't make a huge textural difference to me. In fact, I don't even notice it. And then what you do is you take the yam and you lengthwise grate it along the zoodle maker. So you'll see the more firm that you press down, the kind of the thicker noodle you'll get. And if you're going to grate it just to that little end bit, make sure you have a protective glove on, otherwise you may end up cutting yourself. If you'd like to check out our zoodle maker, check it out in the link in the description below. And as you'll see, it doesn't just do zucchini, noodles, and yams. Here, Andy's grating up the carrot magically, super easily. It will grate anything. Well, maybe not a car or anything like that, but it's pretty good. So next you're going to work on your cauliflower florets, and it's just a matter of breaking them into florets and then thinly slicing them so that they're going to cook quickly through. You don't want big chunks because it takes a long time to cook through. They're nice and thin. And then we're going to move on to a sweet red pepper, or capsicum as they say in Australia. And then just around the edges you're going to cut off the sides, and this will make it much easier to make little slices that are thin and long, and you'll have that uniformity that fits in with your yam noodles and your grated carrot. So here's a little tip for something refreshing at the end, a little bit different to most of the yam pad thai noodle recipes. Take the bean sprouts and just take the ends off and throw them into some cold spring water. So what that will do is it will start to make them quite firm, and as you throw them in at the end of your yam pad thai noodles, it has this lovely kind of wet, crispy, crunchy textural contrast. Start off with a little bit of olive oil in the pan. Andy's using here. I like coconut oil, so feel free to use whatever your palate enjoys, but remember, if you're using cold pressed olive oil, don't get it up to super high temperatures. So we throw in our sweet potato and carrot. Now, to help this along and to cook so it gets into the noodle-like texture, place in a couple tablespoons of water, and it will start to steam and soften your yam noodles. Add in your cauliflower and get that going, so you'll see it'll start to almost even disappear in the pan. And then the red pepper, toss that in. You don't want to overcook the red pepper because it has this lovely sweet and crunchiness. And then towards the end, just throw in your bean sprouts and your sauce just to finish. And I even like to just take that off the heat because you don't need to cook either of those things. Once you have it all together, it's going to be difficult getting it to the plate without eating it all. But what we do is to plate it up to create a nice high mound of it. And then Andy's made this even more beautiful than I tend to do. I tend to go straight to eating, but he's added some lovely chopped peanuts, some chili on the side, a lovely sliced bit of lime wedge. Look how pretty he's making it. It's awesome here. And then topping it off with some spring onion or green onion that's been sliced on an angle, and some fresh coriander and some hemp seeds just to finish it off. So you're creating beautiful textures, colors, and flavors here. not to mention something that is just absolutely jam-packed with nutrients that you're going to find. This is one of those conversion recipes that if you don't like yam, you'll be coming back to it again and again, and you're going to taste how delicious sweet freedom feels. So for more delicious recipes like this that won't spike your blood sugar, are super easy to prepare and absolutely delicious, click the link below to find out more about our 21-day sugar-free challenge.